All right. Anybody out there? Let's give it maybe a minute for people to, one person to come in. Today we're talking about inflammation, energy, and your exit plan. Because I know you want to make an exit plan. I know you want to get out of here. And we're talking about how all of that relates to taking care of your body. Now, I need one person to get on to let me know that you can hear me because I want to make sure I can be heard. Let me see. Now I just muted myself that much, I know. Let me see. Hello, hello, hello. I always use this mic for my podcast, but I set it up a little differently, so I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So when you come on, say hello. I wish that there was a way for when there's a live that you guys can talk and we could talk also. That would be pretty cool. Hmm. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to get started. The reason why I wanted to come on here is because I was going through something that I just needed to share with you guys. Okay, I used to think that, and I'm still getting over this summer cold, so my voice is not, it's a little scratchy, and hopefully I won't start coughing. But anyway, I used to think that I was getting older because I was experiencing certain symptoms like pain and stuff and some other things. And then I found out that it wasn't me getting older. It wasn't age. It was, you ready for this? The bread. hmm It was bread. It was sugar. It was stress. It was all of those things. And what I had to do was change my diet. I changed my diet, and when I did that, it alleviated the majority of the symptoms that I was experiencing. And when I say the majority, I mean like 99% of them. And I can tell because when I revert back, even after a day, it all comes flooding back. So I want to talk about that today. So, hey, y'all, it's Miriam. If you don't know me, I've been around the block for a while since, when did I start this channel? I guess back in October. Anyway, today we're getting real about something that a lot of us overlook when we're trying to make bold life changes like exit plans, and that's our bodies. Something that sounds so simple, but it's so important. And you can have the plan, you can have the vision, you can have the exit strategy, but if you're waking up every day with inflammation, with pain in your joints, when you're moving, if you're exhausted every day, even though you had 8 hours of sleep or even 7 hours, you probably have inflammation. And for whatever reason, well, we know what the reason is scientifically. As we age, when we get to a certain age, that's what we experience. So I experienced this before, these symptoms before, and I switched up my diet in a drastic way. And so now I'm doing it again. So that's why I'm talking about inflammation today. But my joints feel better, my energy level is better. I feel like I can think better, more clear. I don't feel sluggish anymore. And all of those things have to do with inflammation. Yes. So it's interesting, though, how our bodies are connected to our freedom. I bet you didn't even realize that. Yeah. Our bodies, the health of our bodies, is connected to our freedom. So if you're tired of like feeling like you're being weighed down, literally or emotionally, um, this live is for you. Okay, the things I'm going to be talking about is for you. So we're going to talk about like why we need to take care of our bodies, and in order to have an exit plan. I'm watching my dog because I gave him a treat and he's into some stuff right now. So anyway, so the first thing is you can't build an exit plan if you're exhausted, right? You don't have the energy, you can't think properly to make decisions. And when you're making an exit plan, you have to decide some things. You have to decide if you're going to be um, going this way or that way, whether you're going to stay, whether you're going to leave. These are all important decisions that you have to make sure that you have the cognitive wherewithal to make these decisions. So inflammation, it doesn't just affect our bodies, it clouds our mind, like I said, and our energy levels and our spirit. We don't feel good in our spirit when we have inflammation. Like I said, your brain gets foggy, and you're not in tune with yourself anymore, and you hesitate with your reactions and with your decision making. So if you're trying to leave and make your exit plan, your body, your health, that's going to be your foundation to get that all in check. Okay, he's still eating his treat. So let's talk about what causes inflammation. And I'm my channel is specifically for women 40 and over, 50 and over. That's 40 and over. But that's who it's for. But this relates to men too, because I know that men tune into this channel sometimes too. So, this is also for you. But one of the first things that causes inflammation is processed sugars, because those carbs, those not the complex carbs so much, but simple carbs, they break down into simple sugars, and it affects our bodies, all that sugar, and it causes inflammation. Now, they say that it has been said that cancer cells grow in reaction to being around sugar. So when you feed your body sugary substances, that can cause cancer cells to spread, or to what's the word I'm looking for lack of a better term, grow. So you want to make sure that you're eliminating the sugar. I can't tell you how many patients that I had over the years. So I worked in the dental profession over 20 years, and people would from overseas would come into the office with no cavities. Yeah, they may have had crooked teeth, but one doesn't mean you have the other. But they would have no cavities at all. And then after seeing them, every 6 months or sometimes every 3 to 4 months, seeing them, when I tell you they would get full blown cavities all in their teeth, top and bottom, after 1 year's time. And you can't tell me that's not diet, because their food is different there. And I've experienced it myself. I've traveled numerous places all over the world, and you can taste the difference in how the food is whole, and it's not like it is here. When I was in Spain, the meat tastes different. It looks different. The feathers are still on the chicken. Here, hold on. Whew. Okay, excuse me. Still getting over it. Here, the meat, not only does it taste like it almost has like a sweeter smell to it, but it looks glossy, like it's been glazed over with something. But there, it looks raw, tastes raw, smells raw. So there's a big difference in the foods there. I mean, like I said before in one video, the eggs are not on the shelves. I mean, they're on the shelves, they're not in the refrigerator. The milk is still on the refrigerator. It's not, did I say it's still on the refrigerator? Okay, let me drink some water. The milk is on the shelf. It is not refrigerated. Okay. Unless you specifically want cold milk. But even then, I went to the refrigerator and I didn't see any milk. They have it on the shelves, and they're like in these in 6 packs, and you open the plastic and you take out however many cartons of milk you want. It's pretty amazing. And when you open the carton of eggs, the feathers are still on the eggs. Yeah. So I say all that to say that the food is different. It's fresher overseas in many places other than here. I don't know what they're putting in this food here. Yeah. In any case, some other things that cause inflammation are seed oils, things that we cook with, like canola oil, vegetable oil. Those are all processed oils that are not good for you. So you want to try to avoid those if you want to avoid inflammation. Chronic stress. Whew, that's a big one. If you have chronic stress in your life, that causes inflammation. That together with it gives you a poor lack of sleep, because if you're anxious about something or nervous, you can't sleep very well. So you're getting just a few hours of sleep per night, and your body heals itself while you're sleeping. So that's causing inflammation. Now, as women of a certain age, we go through all the hormonal changes like perimenopause, postmenopause, and with that, we're more susceptible to inflammation. So that's why we have to be extra cautious compared to our younger counterparts. Also, inflammation is sometimes masked, or not sometimes, it is masked as some of the things that we really enjoy, like cereals, our favorite cereals in the morning that have like dried fruit in them, like Raisin Bran. What else? That muesli that you might like, it has the dried fruits in there, but you can see the sugary topping on it. And if you look on the back of the box, there's a lot of sugar in there, a lot of carbs. So that all that causes inflammation. Flavored yogurts that you like to eat, that causes inflammation. And so is fruit juices. We give our kids fruit juices a lot. And so it's best to try to limit that now so that they don't develop that taste for all of that later on. Let's see. I had some notes here. Oh, here's some signs that you might be inflamed and not even know that you have inflammation in your joints and stuff. So one of the signs that I had was I would start to bend my fingers and I would get pain in the joints, and it would hurt. I attributed it to the profession that I was in, and having to hold tools a certain way for long periods of time. And I thought that was just part and parcel for it. And so in the mornings I would like try to bend my fingers, and I would notice like, wow, my fingers feel really stiff, they hurt. But when I changed my diet, that went away. Something else is when you get up in the morning and you plant your feet down on the floor and you might feel soreness in your feet. That very well could be inflammation. And what I knew that it was too much salt in my food, which causes, what does it cause? Inflammation. So you see where this is going. But if you have bloating, that won't go away. I had the bloating like in my face, my eyes, all of that I knew was inflammation. I knew that I wasn't thinking clearly. I had a lot of sluggishness, brain fog. Um, I was always tired, and that's stress, which causes the inflammation. But I was tired all the time, and I got pretty good night's sleep because I would take a magnesium tablet at night, which would knock me right out, and I would sleep through the night. I wouldn't even wake up, but I still felt exhausted in the mornings. And that's inflammation. So I had to change my diet. If you have mood swings and you're irritable, don't blame it on, oh, you haven't had your morning coffee yet. It's not that. It's inflammation. It is. It just is. Okay. So just try that first. Try to change your diet first before you knock it off to like, oh, it's just because I haven't had my coffee yet. No, it is inflammation, I'm telling you. So, how can you start feeling better this week? What can you do about it? So, let's talk about things that you can eliminate right away. You can reduce your bread intake. I stopped eating bread. You can reduce pastas, sugars. The other night, my niece came over and she wanted to make dinner. And when I tell you that almost every recipe that she said that she was going to make included some kind of glaze or honey something or other. I was like, come on. I mean, I just decided that I wasn't going to eat any of that stuff. And then she wanted to bake cookies afterwards. It's like, all right, I guess I'm going to start this tomorrow. So I did have like what she made. It was delicious, but we have to just say no if we want our bodies to be the best that they can be so that we can make our exit plans. Um, what else do I have here? Um, yeah, so we can eliminate the pastas, the sugars, and also you might think that, well, they eat rice and all those things in other countries and they don't have any problems. Well, that's not true, actually. They do. It's just not publicized here in the US. And why should they? Because this is the US and they publicize our problems. But overseas, like where they consume a lot of rice and stuff and starches, they're suffering from diabetes and different heart issues as well. So don't believe the rice hype. Okay, it's happening. It's happening there too. It's just not good for your body. Even though the food might be better there, overall those carbs are not good for anybody. So you might want to add in whole proteins and leafy green vegetables and lemon water. That's always good. My sister drinks, she has her vinegar water every single morning. Before anything else, she boils hot water and she puts like, I don't know how much apple cider vinegar, the one with the mother in it. She puts that in there. I don't know how much she uses, but in a little teacup, and she drinks that and then waits an hour and then she eats her breakfast. So that helps with her digestion. I know that. And apple cider vinegar, that helps with inflammation also. It's acidic, like the lemon. So that's why that helps with that. Also, you can put turmeric in your foods. That helps also. Collagen. As women, we hear all the time about taking collagen supplements. So that's a good one to take as well. And you can start small. Start with a few days. Start with like 3 to 5 days of no processed carbs, no processed sugars, and no carbs. Like eliminate the breads. If you have bread every day, take the bread out. If you have rice or some kind of starch every day with your dinner, just supplement with extra vegetables. If you like that full feeling, which I do, I like to feel full after I eat. So just take a second helping of vegetables or meat for that matter, because you need your protein. You need a certain amount of protein, which we'll talk about that as well. But you're going to see how fast your body's going to respond, even after just 5 days of eliminating those inflammatory foods. Okay, and you want to be moving. You want to you want to walk. You want to stretch. A lot of people, I see them walking down the street and they're shadow boxing, or just swinging their arms back and forth as they're walking. Anything you can do to be moving your body, that's helpful. So just keep that in mind, because that clears out inflammation when you're moving your body and swinging your arms back and forth. You've seen those people walking down the street doing that. I know you have, because I have. Let's see what else. So I wanted to talk about collagen and what it does for men and women, because for collagen, we're taught to that it's important. And how early can you start taking collagen? You can start taking collagen in your 20s. And nowadays, I see a lot of the young ladies, they want to be wrinkle free and stuff. So they're taking collagen supplements, and they've been advertising that toward that marketing that towards that group early. So they're taking that now. But collagen is good for not only women, but it's good for men too. And just like men don't know they're supposed to take collagen, women don't know that they should be taking creatine. But we'll talk about that too. So as far as collagen is concerned, it strengthens your hair, your skin. It keeps it from getting wrinkled. It helps your nails, because it's supplying more moisture back into your skin. And so your skin needs that elasticity. So that's important. It improves joint health and reduces pain and stiffness. I looked it up, so I'm reading what it says. It supports muscle recovery and lean mass. As we get older, us women, we lose our muscle. And you have to be constantly on that, as far as lifting heavier. And I'm not talking about those little 2-pound dumbbells. That's not doing anything. You need to lift heavy to build your muscles back up, because heaven forbid you get to be 60 something and you take a fall and you break your hip or something. That shouldn't happen so long as you are building up that muscle. So in order to do that, you have to lift heavier. That's the only way to do that. So do that, and you have to get to moving and stretching to be more flexible. I've been doing these squat stretches, and when I tell you, when you're doing squat stretches and stretches for your hips, it is a game changer for people who have lower back pain, because that was a constant source of pain for me when I was working and stuff. I could barely walk sometimes. In the morning, I could barely get out of bed. The pain was so bad. Yes, it was stress was a contributing factor, which was inflammation. But even after all those things were eliminated, I still felt it. It wasn't, I could say it was maybe, it went down to maybe a 6 from a 9 or 10. And then after I changed my diet, it went down to maybe a 4. And right now it's like, when I do get it, it's maybe a 3. And it's not every day, but I haven't, I've only changed my diet really recently. But, it's fine, because I wanted to have you guys do this with me. So that's why as soon as I said, oh, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. Let me tell the family and jump on here and tell you guys too, so that you can do this with me. Let's all do this together. Yeah, eliminate carbs. We're going to have to stop selling them to us. And there'll be no more fast food options, and our kids won't be all overweight and stuff. And anyway. Also, collagen strengthens your bones. I said that already. Oh, and connective tissue. It strengthens your connective tissue. And it says it helps with gut health and digestion, which is very important because we tend to have like what is that called? Acid reflux, things like that, or we're not moving our bowels regularly. I can talk about this because we're of a certain age, right? So, all of that it's going to help with. And for men, it helps with the same things. It helps with your skin, your nails, your hair, losing your hair. It's going to help with that. It helps with your tendons to keep them strengthened and your joints. It helps with testosterone levels. Right now, men, when you get to a certain age, it's not like it used to be, right? Should I ask you or should I ask the ladies? I don't know. But it helps. So if it's great for athletes and anyone doing strength training, it's good for, the average Joe too. Okay, I'll leave that there. But how much should you take? Now, when I looked it up, it said that ideal dosages are 10 to 20 grams per day if you want to see visible results, which we do. Why else are we going to be taking it? You can take it with your coffee, your smoothies, your protein shakes, all that. You can mix it with anything. I guess it doesn't matter if it's heated or what, but so you want to do that. And you also want to take it with vitamin C because when you take it with vitamin C, your body absorbs it better. So that's important because we want to, any supplement. Hold on, I got a cough. Maybe I should take some cough medicine right now. Yeah, maybe I'll take some cough medicine. I don't have any more tussin, so I had to buy this other stuff. I don't want to advertise it, so I'm not going to show you what I'm taking, but I took it the other day for a few days. I don't know if it helps or not. It didn't seem to really, but cheers. Okay, so the vitamin C together with the collagen helps with the uptake of the collagen, and it absorbs better in your body. And one that I take is, and I just took it today. It's this right here, and it's really good too. It has natural sugar in it, which is not a natural sugar. I mean, it's a sugar, but it has pomegranate in it. So real pomegranate. So that's why it tastes sweet. But because usually a lot of times the collagens, they taste nasty. But this is good. It's one ampule. You shake it, open it up, and you just down it. That's it. It's really good. I like it. And it comes in. Do I have the box for it? Oh, it comes in a whole box of a bunch of them. And this particular type of collagen, this is what they look like, is really good because it is made from like what they say here. Let's see, what does it say? The best sources for it are hydrolyzed collagen peptides, which are easy to digest and mix. But these that I'm taking, it's from marine collagen. So you can they have ones that are grass-fed bovine collagen or marine collagen, which that's what these are. Okay. All right. So now the brands that you should take. Now we have Vital Proteins. I know you've heard of those because that's in like CVS, Target, and a lot of the celebrities are promoting that and saying that they take Vital Proteins. I don't know. I haven't really felt a difference even when I've taken it on a regular basis. But these kind that I take these are from Korea, and Korea has great skincare products, and this particular line is absolutely amazing. It's all plant based and it's really good. But There's another one called Ancient Nutrition that's supposed to be good, and Primal Kitchen. So the reason why these are supposed to be the best is that they are clean and there's no extra sugar added to them. So that's what we want, right? That's what we're talking about. All right. So what else? What else we got? Creatine. That's what I want to talk about. So we all know that athletes, a lot of bodybuilders, they take the creatine, but women should be taking creatine on a regular basis too when you get to, especially when you get to a certain age. I don't know what age you should start taking it, but I know that when you get to a certain age and you start losing muscle mass, it's time to, if not before then, it's definitely time then to take some creatine supplements. And um, what it does for you is that it increases muscle strength and endurance. It boosts cellular energy for workouts. It enhances cognitive function and mental clarity, improves body composition. So it creates leanness in your body, eliminates that fat, and it helps with muscle recovery. And no, it doesn't make you bulky. A lot of women think, oh my gosh, I'm not taking creatine because it's going to make me look like a man. Unless you already look like a man, you're not going to look like a man. So stop it. Okay. Um, Take some creatine. And it helps you recover faster from your workouts too. The only thing with creatine is that you have to drink a lot of water. I mean, we should be drinking a lot of water anyway. So if you drink the amount of water you're supposed to every day, you're going to be fine, because the creatine pulls the water from your body, and when it does that, that's how it hydrates your muscles and the rest of your body. So we have to keep that replenished by constantly drinking more water. Okay. How much should you intake? It says you should have 3 to 5 grams daily, and you can take it any time of day with or without food. That's always good. I like to hear that. And yeah, so that's about it for that. This says the best type is creatine monohydrate. I take that type it because it's clean, it's proven, and it's affordable. You always want to make sure that it's third party tested, and it will say it as a label on the container. And look for micronized creatine. It says that type has better absorption. Some trusted brands are Optimal Nutrition, Thorne, and Bulk Supplements. I love the Thorne brand. I believe it's probably the number one rated supplement brand for a lot of different types of supplements. So I would look into that. It's probably twice as much as all the other types, but it's clean and it's really good. It's healthy. So you don't have to worry about what you're taking. Like where you're getting it from. So what else? So I think that was the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so I mean, getting in shape and taking care of your body, it's not just about losing weight. We're talking about getting rid of inflammation to get healthy, to get our brains working better so that we can think better, we can make decisions, so we can make our plans and we get the heck out of here. So, if you're ready for this next chapter of your life, then that's what you want to do. Let me see. Did anybody join this chat? I don't know, because I think this time of day, I probably may need to go on a different time of day. But this was good for me today, so that's why I did this. But it's okay. Like I said yesterday when I was live, I might be on here every day. So get used to it. Okay. Sorry. I just have to talk to you. Um, Yeah, so we're making an exit plan, and when you want to make an exit plan, you want to look good, you want to feel good. I used to not like to get my nails done because I don't know, I just thought it was a waste. I thought it was not only a waste of time, but I thought it was a waste of just money. But before I left to go to Spain, I said, you know what, let me get my nails done. And ever since I went there and I came back here because I'm here temporarily for my daughter to graduate high school and move into her college dorms. But ever since that experience, I just tapped back into my femininity the way I used to be, and I feel lovely. So, I'm taking better care of myself. I'm pouring into myself. And now I'm able to really grow what I've been, here, what my purpose is. And hold on, I got to get my dog for 1 second. Hold on. He's so cute. He's this. You want to be in the camera? Huh? You want to come up here? Come here. Come here. Come. Come. Come on. Why are you under the blanket? Come here. You want to make an introduction of yourself? I think he's been on here before. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. They want to see you. Well, actually, nobody wants to see you because nobody's on. But it's okay. He's shy anyway. Come here. Come on. All right, he doesn't want to show up. So that's fine. So, like I said, oh, I gotcha. Here he is. Oh, there he is. This little baby. Look how cute he is. Can you see? Wait, take your hair from. I'm just trying to move your hair over. Let's wait a second. Say hi. Do you have inflammation, would you say? Because I just gave you a treat and it was like something pork, right? Do you feel like you have any inflammation? Is your body sore or anything? He's not of a certain age. He's only 2. So that's only 14 in dog years or human years. No, he said, I don't have any inflammation. What are you talking about? It's okay. You want to get over here? All right. Come on, jump. There you go. All right. So if this hit home at all, please share it with somebody that you love who might need this, need to talk about it, need to change their diet, because I know I had to before. I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but in any of my over 100 videos that I've done, but I went through a period of time where I had the worst hives. And when I'm not talking about hives where you get these little dots in different places, I had hives where they were big, like saucers, some as big as plates, all over my body. And it was from things that I was eating. I had my head would swell up really big, like one side. My lip would swell up like 10 times the size. I wonder if I might be able to find a picture really quick. This was just back in 2018. Yeah, in 2018. And I was hospitalized once during that year, three times in 1 month. because not only would I get these hives, but my throat would close and I had to start carrying around the EpiPen. So it was really serious, to say the least. And I looked online. I went to see an endocrinologist. They said, "Oh, there's no relation to anything or to your thyroid," but it just so happens, and I started to have some like thyroid issues too at the time. And when I looked online, I mean, when I tell you thousands of women were saying that they had issues with hives and thyroid, but the doctors were saying, "Oh no, it's nothing. There's no correlation." See, this is what I'm saying. Like, they don't know everything. They don't know everything at all. So I know what was going on. So I eliminated everything from my diet. When I tell you I eliminated everything, I eliminated everything. I ate like, what did I eat? Like lettuce and drank water just about every day. No, I really did at first. I had allergy testing done. They did find a few things that I was allergic to. I eliminated those things, but they were more like trees in the area or something, which had always been here. So it wasn't something that I could avoid. And why after all these years? I mean, yeah, that happens. I know that you can develop an allergy to something, but when I changed my diet, those things went away, and I gradually reintroduced certain foods back into my system. That's what I had to do, and it worked. So you might want to try something like that if you have any issues with hives or anything like that. But I know that I was experiencing inflammation during those times. And when I changed my diet, I started running on a regular basis, exercising like with weights, and I saw the biggest difference. I was in great shape, if I do say so myself. Like, physically, I just felt really good and I felt strong, and then started going through ish. And then I just fell into that sunken place after a number of years and felt like I couldn't get out of it. My diet had gone crazy, and everything else just felt overwhelming. I fell into a depression. And then I said, you know what? I got to get out of this. I got to get out of this. But I couldn't do it. But when I gradually started changing my diet again, then I felt like the cloud that was over my head that was keeping me from thinking properly, it started, I started to feel better. I started to be able to think with clarity, which is also how I made my exit plan, because I was able to finally think, and see things that I didn't see before. So, yeah, God had a hand in all of that. Thank goodness. But yeah, so anyway, so if you're ready to have your glow up, if you're ready to have your glow up and get out, then you might want to change your diet. It can definitely be a contributing factor. So contact me, let me know how it's going. I'll be probably, I think I'm going to go live. I'm thinking on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, but you know what, you guys, you got this. You can do this. But just remember, your body knows. Our bodies know. And we might dull our senses with the foods that we eat, but once you clear all that away, then you're going to start to feel so much better. Give it 5 days. Just 5 days out of your life. Just try it and see how you feel. You know how you feel when you do a Daniel fast? Yeah. So try that. All right. Okay. I don't know how long this has been. Sorry. But I had to talk to you guys. Okay. I'm leaving because my voice is leaving too now. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.